comes with trials and
Were you here last week? No? You were here last week. That's a good... how to create a habit. So the type of person is those type of people who really don't want to change, who really don't want to bring about change in their life, who are content with doing whatever they're doing. And really, the teacher mentioned last week also that these types of people, it's quite upsetting to hear, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't guide these types of people. Why? Because again, these very subtle points that's been mentioned in the Quran and that the teacher have highlighted. In order to get guidance, in order for us to want to change, in order for us to change, we must bring in the want to change. We must bring in this thirst and this want to at least want to change. Okay? So the first type of person is those who really don't want to change, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't really guide these types of people. Obviously, if it's out of the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if it's out of the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then that has no bounds. But on a general point, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't guide these types of people. Why? Because they don't want guidance. So one very subtle point is we should always be of those people who always want guidance. One reason why everyone's gathered here today is because they want to see some type of changes, isn't it? They want to see some type of change in their life. So really, this is a very good point. So can anyone tell me who the second type of people are, Zayn? Who's the second type of people? The teacher mentioned the first type of people are those who don't really want to change, are happy doing sin and living life in a very disobedient way to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So who are the second type of people? Yeah. So the second type of people are those who are trying to change or those who want to change. And with these people, they have this want, they have this, sometimes they have a very burning desire. They have a very burning desire to want to change. But just because we have that burning desire to want to change, does it mean that we will automatically flip our lives upside down and really go to the right way? Sometimes yes, but other times if we do not know how to, or we're not seeking this, then what happens on a very, we can see out there in the world as well, these people sometimes, they fall down and they try to get back up, and then they fall down, they try to get back up, and they don't really travel upon the path. They don't really travel upon the way to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or really cultivate these good habits. And it was also mentioned last week that whenever we see a person, let's say for example, we say, oh, this person is a bad person. This person doesn't stop talking about people. Or this person is a bad person, stay away from this. Brother, just take my advice, stay away from this person. Do we say this because of his looks? Do we say this because of his appearance? Or do we say this because he has some bad habits in the person? Let's say for example, if the person's of those people who backbite all the time, or this person can't be trusted, the main trait that this person has in them is of this lack of trust. So whenever we say this about a person, we're always focusing on the habits, not the looks of the person. The person could be the most handsome person in the world. The person could be the most handsome person in the world. But we're always focusing on the habits. Even let's say for example, even on the opposite side, let's say for example, if there's one person we introducing our friend to a very good person, we say, oh, this person, mashallah, he's a diamond, this person. He's a gem of a bloke, as they would say. This person is the salt of the earth, as they say in Farmworth. So, but do we mean this? Do we mean this in the way of his looks? No, we don't mean this in the way of his looks. We mean this out of his habits that he has cultivated. He might be a very generous person. He might be a very forbearing person. So we always look at the habits. So coming back to the second type of person, the second type of person, Hamza, who's the second type of person? I've literally just mentioned it 2 minutes ago. The one who works for his achievements, mashallah, yes. The one who wants to change. So as I was mentioning, what we tend to find is sometimes with those people who want to change, sometimes we always find them that sometimes they fall down, they try to get back up and they find it hard. Now what does this show? This shows that there's a lack of knowledge or understanding here. Now it's in this one point now that the teacher mentioned that really opens up so many doors now. So many people travel a lifetime just to find this type of knowledge. We could be 20 years old, 30 years old, 40 years old, 50 years old, 60 years old, and we don't know this. And really it's a very mubarak gal, it's a very good thing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed us with this knowledge. Now what is this knowledge? That the knowledge of how to cultivate habits. How to cultivate habits. So does anyone want to be brave enough to put their hand up to mention? Brother Qasim? Now the teacher mentioned last week, the teacher mentioned last week, they mentioned a very poignant point and a very if we understand it well, it could be a life-changing point of how to cultivate a habit. Now, could you just break us down as to how we do that? From you. So okay. So Brother Qasim mentioned. So he mentioned how to cultivate. What Brother Qasim mentioned is, wherever we want to be. Let's say, for example, if we are backbiting, and we know that this isn't good, and we want to really change this backbiting, then how do we do this? We apply pressure on ourselves for a certain amount of time, and we really try our best not to do this, and we really try our best to subdue this. We try our best to subdue it, and we do it repeatedly every single day. Like Brother Qasim mentioned, it could take 2 days sometimes, it could take 10 days, 20 days, 30 days, 6 months, it could take a year. But one thing to know, one thing to really understand, and one thing to really know is that we will, inshallah, with the guidance given by the teacher, we will subdue this. So it's like repetition. Basically, what Brother Qasim mentioned and what was mentioned by the teacher is that it's like repetition. We just have to keep repeatedly wanting to, keep repeatedly putting pressure on whatever we want to do, and like Rata style, just keep on doing it, no matter how hard it is. Don't give up and keep on doing it, and then before we know it, we will have subdued that habit. Or let's say, for example, now on the flip side, let's say we want to cultivate a good habit. Ahmad, how would we do that? So Brother Qasim has mentioned about how to stay away from the bad habits. Now, how do we cultivate the good habits now?
Repeat it daily or as long as it takes to get into your subconscious mind.
Yes. So does anyone want to give me an example? Adam, do you want to give me an example? So that's an action, it's not an example. If you want to explain the example a tiny bit, please. Yeah. So basically what Brother Adam mentioned is, let's say, for example, if our goal is to pray our 5 times daily salah, that's our goal, that's what we want to achieve. Then we have to keep on repeatedly doing this time and time again, every single day, up until it becomes easy, and up until it goes from our conscious mind into our subconscious mind. Up until it goes from our conscious mind into our subconscious mind, up until we are on sort of autopilot. What's one thing about these testers that everyone likes? It has that one button that you can go on autopilot. You can go for a snooze. Well, I wouldn't recommend anyone going for a snooze, because But anyway, so on autopilot. But if we can get our habits like this on autopilot as well, then really we are cultivating and we are becoming that good person. We are becoming more and more like the Prophet ﷺ. And it's very simple, isn't it? It's very simple formula, isn't it? But deen is always meant to be for the general public. It was never meant for one elitist type of person who you have to be able to understand this much books, or you have to be at this level scholar to be practicing in Islam. And it really goes to show the intelligence of a person, the intelligence that can break down one of life's mysteries into a few sentences and give it to the general masses. Okay, so now inshallah we will continue with the majlis at hand. So now inshallah I'd like to invite forward Hafiz Harun Sahab to recite the Quran. But before we do this, can everyone inshallah, except the people at the back on the chairs, can everyone stand up and just come forward a bit, please? And so we can create. No, the front rows are okay. Everyone else can just fill in the gaps at the front, please. Even on this side, please, if that's okay. So everyone can come in a nice, neat semicircle. If you two brothers can come forward a bit, please, if that's okay. Brother Naveed, I don't know. Now, inshallah, I would like to hand over to Hafiz Harun Sahab to recite the Quran, and then inshallah we will hand over to Ahmad Raza, our brother, to recite Naat, and really be in the focus now. Don't use this as an opportunity to switch off, but really use this as an opportunity to inshallah carry on in the presence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, waiting for the speech inshallah. Jazakallah khair. into our hearts, and then we can inshallah try to practice it inshallah. So inshallah, I'd like to call forward Jazakallah.
Message of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam will reach hundreds and thousands and millions of people. Imagine you share with one click, you subscribe with one click. After 100 years, the people come in the next generation, they watching because of you, and you was there when the program initiated. So Jazakallah khair, and I motivate you heavy-handedly, and I will give you congratulations as well. Motivate you to encourage others and spread and share and subscribe this channel with friends and family, and congratulate you because you are part of it. Thank you so much. अब दरूद पाक मेरे साथ पढ़ लें. सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि या रसूल अल्लाह वसल्लम अलैका या हबीब अल्लाह. हमको अपनी तलब से सिवा चाहिए, आप जैसे हैं वैसी अता चाहिए. हमको अपनी तलब से सिवा चाहिए, आप जैसे हैं वैसी अता चाहिए. क्यों कहूँ ये अता वो अता चाहिए, उनको मालूम है हमको क्या चाहिए. भर के झोली मेरे सरकार ने, भर के झोली میرے سرکار نے مسکرا کر کہا اور کیا چاہیے، ان کے نقش قدم پر چلا میرے مولا، ان کے نقش قدم پر چلا میرے مولا، نیک انسان ہم کو بنا میرے مولا، ان کے نقش قدم ان کے نقش قدم پر چلا میرے مولا، نیک انسان ہم کو بنا میرے مولا۔ نقش قدم کہتے ہیں فٹ سٹیپ کو، تو جس چیز کی سمجھ نہیں آئے گی میں انشاءاللہ بتاتا بھی جاؤں گا۔ ان کے نقش قدم پر چلا میرے مولا، نیک انسان ہم کو بنا میرے مولا، محشر میں جسے دیکھ کر ہوں وہ خوش، محشر میں جسے دیکھ کر ہوں وہ خوش، امتی ہم کو ایسا بنا میرے مولا، امتی ہم کو ایسا بنا میرے مولا، نیک انسان ہم کو بنا میرے مولا۔ اور جن گزرگاہوں سے، جن گزرگاہوں سے، جن راستوں سے وہ، جن گزرگاہوں سے وہ تھے گزرے کبھی، جن گزرگاہوں سے، جن گزرگاہوں سے وہ تھے گزرے کبھی، ان گزرگاہوں کو بھی دکھا میرے مولا، نیک انسان ہم کو بنا میرے مولا۔ مر تو جانا ہے ایک دن سب نے، مگر مر تو جانا، مر تو جانا ہے ایک دن سب نے، مگر نیکیوں پر تو ہم کو جلا میرے مولا، نیکیوں پر تو ہم کو جلا میرے مولا، نیک انسان ہم کو بنا میرے مولا، ان کے نقش قدم پر چلا میرے مولا، نیک انسان ہم کو بنا میرے مولا۔
بسم اللہ الرحمن الرحیم، الحمد للہ رب العالمین، والصلاة والسلام علی رسول اللہ وعلی آلہ وصحبہ اجمعین، اما بعد، فاعوذ باللہ من الشیطان الرجیم، بسم اللہ الرحمن الرحیم، وَلِلَّهِ عَلَى النَّاسِ حِجُّ الْبَيْتِ مَنِ اسْتَطَاعَ إِلَيْهِ سَبِيلًا وَمَنْ كَفَرَ فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ غَنِيٌّ عَنِ الْعَالَمِينَ۔ وقال سبحانه وتعالى، بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم، والفجر وليال عشر والشفع والوتر والليل إذا يسر هل في ذلك قسم لذي حجر۔ صدق اللہ العظیم۔ اللہم صل وسلم وبارک علی سیدنا محمد وعلی آلہ واصحابہ۔ السلام علیکم ورحمۃ اللہ وبرکاتہ۔ Alhamdulillah, all praise are due to Allah Jalla Majduhu, and peace and blessings infinitely may shower on the seal of prophets, the Imam of prophets, the crown of creation, Sayyidina Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and upon his holy household and his blessed companions and the blessed people and awliya of his ummah. As you are all aware, that although we would all like to live here forever, no one normally wants to die. But willingly, unwillingly, no matter what your state is, you have to leave this world. People are leaving, almost 250,000 persons, 250,000 people every day departs from this world. And similarly, people come into this world as well. So for you, it might seem that when your very close relative passes away, or your brother or sister or father or uncle, and oh yes, there is death as well. But for humanity, this is not the matter. Every day it's hundreds and thousands of people. They're coming here, obviously, and they're going. They all want to stay, they want to live. And they try their best to live. That's why they eat, that's why they protect themselves. When they sit in the car, they wear seat belt, they take medicine, etc., etc. They don't want to basically die. But they have to. They have to. And this particular month, Shawwal, Dhul-Qa'dah, Dhul-Hijjah, they are known the months of Hajj. And Hajj is about mainly one aspect, one thing which is very significant, in which every person who is born and have the means, it's compulsory upon him to visit that place. What is that place? It's called Arafah, the Mount of Arafah, or the plain of Arafah. Basically, Arafah means to know, introduction. So, what is so significant, what is so important about it, that without the Mount of Arafah or going to that plain of Arafah, there is no Hajj. And if anyone does not do anything else, they're just present there on that day and do the tawaf of ziyarah, their Hajj at least have actually been discharged. What is so important? It's very, very important, you may say. The message, especially for us people who are here or who are there, is the same. Firstly, one should know that this mount is called Arafah. It means, as I mentioned, to know an introduction. It introduces you to your purpose of life. That is one of the reasons why it's called Arafah. यानी ये जो अरफात की पहाड़ी है, जबल अरफात और मैदान है, वो क्यों इतना अहम है? इसलिए एक उसकी वजह है कि वो बंदे को उसके मकसद ज़िंदगी बताता है, उसको मकसद बता देता है कि भाई तुम पैदा क्यों हुए हो, तुम क्यों इस दुनिया में आए हो. How in the Quran it's mentioned that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala jalla wa ala took and introduced himself when we were created first time in the form of spirits and arwah. कि कुरान ये बयान करता है कि जब हम रूहों के तौर पर अल्लाह पाक ने हमें पैदा किया और अपना तारफ़ कराया, तो तफसीर उसकी है कि वो जबल अरफात और वो जो अरफात का मैदान है, वहाँ अल्लाह पाक सब रूहों को लेकर आया और उन्हें बताया तुम क्यों पैदा हुए हो, क्या मैं तुम्हारा रब नहीं, तुम मेरे बंदे नहीं. ये सारी बातें ये वहाँ हुई, मकसद बताया गया. So very, very, very important. All those things which we make a purpose, for example, if you make your purpose money have to leave you, or you have to leave. You can make your purpose businesses are there, companies are there, the founders have gone. There are many companies running which you see now, their founders are not there. There are car companies and food chains, etc. Maybe you are saying McDonald's is a very big food chain or whatever, KFC or Mercedes or whatever, but where are their founders? You're being happy, oh, this is very big, there people are going, eating, others are running, but where are the people who found and it actually and began and they started this actually? All those are in the graves. उनको तो कोई फायदा नहीं हो रहा उसका. So nothing is stopping you to make anything else your mission of life, but that mission is going to leave you. That person will leave you. If you make your life as a purpose, a spouse will leave you. And children will leave you. Everything will leave you. Even if you make your purpose, you are looking after very much my body and exercise and things, even that will leave you as well. When the spirit will leave, body will be left. So only thing which remains you with Allah is Allah Jalla Majduhu. And He's always with you. And if you lost that connection, then you really have failed. So basically, amount of farfa, I would like to mention certain things. That Allah Jalla Majduhu created me and you in the form of spirit from the blessings and from the power of His spirit and His power and His sifat. Now when you were and I was created in that world was a wonderful world. It's like, for example, there was a time when you were in the womb of mother, but before that, where were you? Where were your spirit? So that was a very wonderful, exciting, a surprising type world. कहानी शुरू इस तरह हो रही है कि अल्लाह पाक ने अपनी कुदरत से हमारी अरवाह को पैदा फरमाया, लेकिन वो जो दुनिया है वो बड़ी अजीब दुनिया थी, बड़ी खूबसूरत दुनिया थी, उसमें चीज़ें सारी इस दुनिया से मुख्तलिफ थी. So the arwah, so the wonderful, the vast, meaning creation, then even galaxies. They saw the angels, such angels that actually, you may say, they fill the east and west. Their one wing will fill east and west. Mighty angels, the heavenly world, the skies, the samawat. So everything was surprising for them, new for them. So they were quite enjoying that part. And then they also saw the heavens, meaning paradisal world, in which there were rivers flowing, and that's the first time they were seeing, they never seen water before, and water. Trees, they never seen trees before, but the trees were different completely, not anything like here on the earth. They saw strange creation roaming around, which were called angels. They saw hurs, beautiful people, I mean, creation of Allah, the palaces and vast kingdoms and things. And they liked it. And they liked also the presence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the worship of angels, and they also were introduced. So they were very, very, you may say, excited. So much so that an option is given to them, choice is given to them that, oh, the world of spirit or all the spirits were called, and the heavens and earth and everything, angels, and they hear the kalam of Allah saying, Inna aradna al-amanata ala as-samawati wal-ardi wal-jibal. Meaning all those who, O angels, O heavens, and you have seen everything. You have seen the glory of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You have seen the life forever, the palaces of paradise and all things. Who wants to be forever in that special place where they will get special access to the closeness, to seeing Allah, and they will be kings in their own, you will be kings and queens in your own right over these kingdoms. But you have to take this choice, and you will be tested. You will be this amana. So other creation, they didn't take it. But mine and yours and the arwah, they took this option because they were very much excited to be who they wanted to be a king of such a big kingdom of their own. They seen the creation in the heavens, in the paradise and the palaces and such vast kingdoms that it was unimaginable. They were very, very. And moreover, when they were hearing the kalam of Allah, they want to be with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So they said, yes, we want. So you, me, all have said, yes, we want. We want to go for it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, okay, then I have given you. Then He, to make it easier for us, brought all of these arwah in, you may say, flocks and in large numbers, all of them from the heavenly world to where we offer Hajj or the plain of Arafah. That's what actually they came there. So that's the significance. There they were introduced that this is, you have opted out, and now you will be tested. And this place where you have been brought, a small planet, if you look in the universe, is a small, even you can't see it. It's so small. Or they are brought in that particular point. This is the place where which you will be tested. And this is the place where you will be questioned. And you see both things. This is the place where you will be tested. This is the place where you will be then questioned. And this is the place where decision will be made finally. You are going to be with me, my enemy or my friend. So very, very significant. Bahut hi ahm. Very, very significant. And then the arwah, the spirits, actually we said, yes, Ya Rabbal Alameen, we are with you. You are our Lord. We will abide by it. We will follow your guideline. So then the arwah, they practically they also did the tawaf of the Kaaba, tawaf of that place after the covenant, and went back. That's why these are the two, known as two compulsory acts of Hajj. Hajj के कितने फ़र्ज़ हैं? दो, वही वो मैदान अरफात में जाना और काबा शरीफ का तवाफ़ करना. तो अरवाह को अल्लाह पाक ने सारी जहान उन्होंने देखा, जन्नतें, आसमान, फरिश्ते, अल्लाह का क़ुर्ब. तो उन्होंने चाहा कि हम तो यहाँ रहें. तो अल्लाह पाक ने फरमाया कि इस तरह नहीं रह सकते, तुम्हें साबित करना पड़ेगा कि तुम इस काबिल हो कि इस बादशाहत में रहना चाहते हो, तो खुद बादशाह और मलका बनना चाहते हो. उसके लिए एक अमानत तुम्हें लेना पड़ेगी. वो अमानत ले ली, बंदे ने इख्तियार की. अब अल्लाह पाक ने हमारी आसानी के लिए हमें बताया, आओ तुम्हें दिखाऊं कि कहाँ तुम्हारी इम्तिहान आज़माइश किधर होनी है. फिर वापस अल्लाह पाक हमें इस दुनिया में हमें ले आया. वहाँ अल्लाह पाक ने तारफ़ कराया, देखो मैं तुम्हारा रब हूँ, भूलना नहीं. यहीं तुम्हें मकसद बता रहे हैं. इसी जगह में इम्तिहान होगा इस दुनिया में, इसी जगह में फिर सवाल होगा. तो उस इम्तिहान में कामयाब या मैदान हशर की भी वही दुनिया जगह होगी, और इसी जगह फिर फैसला भी किया जाएगा कि तुम कहाँ जाना है, तुमने, तुम मेरे साथ हो, मेरे खिलाफ हो. ये चीज़ जगह है. रूह ने फिर क्या किया? उन्होंने अल्लाह के कहा कि हम बिल्कुल करेंगे. उन्होंने फिर अमली तवाफ़ भी किया काबा शरीफ का, ऊपर चले गए. इसलिए ये दो फ़र्ज़ हैं हज के, है ना. हज के 6 वाजिबात है, दो फ़र्ज़ कौन से हैं जिसके जो हज फिर होता है, जिससे जो ना हो तो हज ना हो? कौन सा? मैदान अरफात में हाज़री और तवाफ़ काबा. बस ये क्यों है कि वो रूह ने भी इधर ऐसे किया था. पहले उन्हें मकसद ज़िंदगी बताया गया. मैदान अरफात तो मकसद बताता है ज़िंदगी का क्या है, और तवाफ़ बताता है उस मकसद को पूरा कैसे करना है, कि कैसे पूरा करना है. कि जिस तरह रूह या जिस्म काबा शरीफ के इर्द गिर्द घूमता है, इसी तरह बंदा अल्लाह के हुक्म के इर्द गिर्द घूमे. जितना वक्त ज़िंदा है, जो वो कर रहा है अल्लाह के हुक्म के मुताबिक और उसके इर्द गिर्द घूम रहा हो बंदा, बस वो कामयाब हो जाता है. तो हज के 2 फ़र्ज़, एक बंदे को ज़िंदगी का मकसद बता रहा है अरफात का मैदान, कि तुम आए क्यों हो, कि तुम आए इसलिए हो कि तुमने बहुत बड़ा बादशाह बनना है, बहुत बड़े मलका बनना है तुमने. और करना कैसे है, इम्तिहान को पास कैसे करना है, अल्लाह के हुक्म के मुताबिक चलते रहो तो तुम जो है वो कामयाब हो जाओगे. वो जैसे काबा शरीफ के इर्द गिर्द वो जो घूमना जो है. तो ये जो 2 चीज़ें बड़ी अहम है. So these 2 things are very, very significant. That's why these are the 2 acts, farz acts of Hajj. Because being present in the Kaaba, in the Arafah, teaches you the purpose of your life. That you are come here for a test. You are from another world. Your kingdom is lost. You have to reclaim your kingdom. And how will you reclaim your kingdom? The tawaf of the Kaaba teaches you that you live by the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Whatever you do, you work, marry, whatever you life, but don't go out of the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Always let it remain there in that command, and you will be successful. There's no rocket science that you have a purpose, and then how to fulfill that purpose is just to follow. And that, alhamdulillah, you have. Now, so now you understand the significance here came. So then the arwah were taken back. Then they go back. Come on, you're going back now. Ab wapas sari chali gayi. Me and you there. Why? So that we can prepare. Wahan zikr, other things they were seeing. Why you prepare, because you're soon, when your time come, your date of birth comes, you are going to go there. So we had a lot of time for preparation before coming to dunya. Lot of time for preparation, hundreds and maybe thousands of years we are doing there. So that's why when we come back, when we here, now everyone here mostly, they have embedded in them the memories, the good memories of that world, that kingdom. So here, everyone likes, for example, to live long life. Why do they want to live long life? Because they've seen a long life there. There's no death as such. Here, everyone wants to be healthy, perfectly healthy. They don't want to be ill. Why they want to be healthy? Because they've seen long, healthy life. There's no illness in Jannah, in heavenly world. You will not hear such angel became ill and he's got headache or whatever. Meaning there's nothing like that in paradise as such. So although you came in this earthly body now, you're trapped in this body, an earthly suit you have, but you are still inside, you are that person. You are an alien. You are a spirit. I like, for example, big palaces, big houses. Why? Because there you have seen big palaces in the kingdom. So here you have in memory. So that's why when you come 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom, and you have more money spread, you have more. You want because you want to make your paradise here. It's as though you are creating. You want to create, but it's not possible here, as such. Then you want infinite money, accessible, meaning big heaps of gold, silver, banks, money, for a lot of money. Why? Because there they've seen that. Here you like to be beautiful, you want to stay with beautiful, you want your partner to be beautiful, your spouse to be beautiful. Why? Because there you've seen your beauty, the beauty of hur, the beauty of angels. So here you are in search of that as well. So you try to make yourself more beautiful. And when you find a spouse, you want that to be actually beautiful and handsome. Why is that? Because that's what you have seen there. Here you want to rule. There is conflict, wars happening in the house, between husband and wife, to the international world. I want to rule this country. Others say, I want to rule this country. I want to be the ruler of the world. The others say, I want to rule this city. Why is this there? Because you have this desire to be a king of the kingdom. There you have seen the kingdom, your own kingdoms there. Because as Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, for every person there is a place in paradise. Allah has created a place in paradise for every person. So much there. Yes. So it's not that, what does that mean? It's not that Allah does not want to give you. He's already created it. He's already made the paradise for you, the place for you. It's not that Allah does not want you to go there. He has already prepared. It's you will be stopping yourself and aligning with shaitan and devilish and rebellious people and actually going there on the other place. So you like beauty, you like health, you like wealth, you like kingdom, you like actually don't want to die. and all these things. Why do you want all these things? Because they were present, all those things there. Here they're not. But you're still, everyone is trying to make them. So it's quite a dilemma that you have all these desires, it can't be fulfilled here. So what should you do? So some people don't know, they're still doing that. Those who know now what Islam has taught, that fulfill lawfully whatever you can and leave the rest for akhirah. Whatever you can get lawfully, fulfill it. Whatever you can't, there's no need to worry, oh, what will I do? I've not been able to know everything. More than you think and expect, you will be actually given. So now what happens then? After the spirits were taken back, now they're sent here. Now they're sent not with only spirits. Now the spirits are not only sent by itself, they are given a body, a mind, heart, a soul. They're given a nafs and everything. That's how you are. And how you are being tested? Through desires and problems, through blessings and problems. That's how everyone is being tested. What are the tools being used? Your body, your mind, your heart, your soul. तो अल्लाह पाक ने रूहों को वापस ले गया. अल्लाह पाक कि भाई रूहें तैयारी करें, अपने दुनिया में रहें, यहाँ दुनिया में आने की इधर तैयारी करें. अब वापस जब दोबारा भेजा तो उनको अल्लाह पाक ने फिर जिस्म भी दे दिया, दिमाग भी, दिल भी, नफ्स भी, कि इससे तुम्हारी आजमाइश होगी. और आजमाइश कैसे होगी? ख्वाहिशात भी तुम में होंगी और परेशानियां भी आएंगी. नेमतें आई तो जायज़ तरीके से इस्तेमाल करना है और शुक्र करना है. मुसीबतें आई तो अल्लाह को नहीं भूलना, नाफरमानी नहीं करनी और सब्र करना है. कैसे? जिस्म को इस्तेमाल करके, दिल, दिमाग, नफ्स, ये सारी चीज़ें. So now you may think of this is a very difficult test. It's not difficult as actually it's as we actually go through actually some worldly tests and like exams and how much we work. It's not difficult as that. It's Allah Azza wa Jal. I will finish on that note that actually has given us weapons. Especially 4 weapons are given to us to pass, to actually fight our way back to our king. It's like you are claiming it's your house. Some evil people, some gangsters have possessed that house. You have a very big mansion, very nice house, and it's all decorated, and someone has just actually gone in and they've possessed it. Now you should reclaim it back. You want it back. It's your house. It's on your name. So paradise has a name of you, and shaitan has possessed in a way, and you want to reclaim it back. You want to reclaim it back actually. You don't want that. Let him actually destroy you. So what are the weapons? First weapon Allah has given us is, because the most serious thing problem which we can face is that we do commit mistakes. We do wrong. We make mistakes and we do intentionally bad things. So Allah has given a weapon called tawbah, that you use that weapon, it will replace and it will delete the effect of that you're wrong, but your wrong will turn into right. Second weapon Allah has given us is tazkiyah. What is tazkiyah? Tazkiyah is a process which you can take any of the good quality, install any good quality in you, or uninstall any bad quality from you. It's like you have a, let's say you have a phone, Android phone or Apple or whatever, Nokia, whatever phone you have. The different apps are available on the App Store, but they don't become a part of your phone until you don't install them. You understand? Qualities, good qualities like sabr, shukr, and generosity, and all this actually presence of Allah, they are like good apps. There are apps there, and your phone you have. The app store there is Shaitanic app store as well. Normally you have only one app store here, but there are two app stores. One is Shaitani app store, one is Muhammadan app store. On Muhammadan app store, they're all the good qualities. Generosity, love, peace, actually, all those good qualities. And there's a Shaitanic app store as well. Like on the websites you go, there are good websites, there are bad websites. So you can all, it's up to you. They are there. It's not good enough that the app is on the app store. It have to come into your phone to benefit. But that's how we think. All knowledge is in app store, meaning our mind, it is mind. All knowledge is there, but nothing is installed. Knowledge is there, 5-time prayer, be good, be generous. Apps are there, but apps are not being installed. There are bad things which have come up, like app, it has bugs and actually it destroys your own phone. You want to get rid of it. Just knowing will not get rid of it. You have to press it and actually delete it or uninstall that software to get rid of it. Once you know the techniques, no problem for you. You see, you have to know technique. Otherwise, you're holding a phone, oh, bad apps have come in me, what shall I do? It's a big problem. Oh, I want these good ones, but there's no, because you don't know. Once you know how to install, alhamdulillah, there's no problem. Once you know how to delete, there's no problem. You can do. You are the phone, so actually your body, mind, heart is actually like the phone Allah has created. An app store is like the prophetic traits, the good qualities, the good habits, everything is there. And the bad ones also are there. Now, the science of installing, how to install or uninstall, that is known as tazkiyah. Tazkiyah has both. You can install, you can uninstall as well. So there's no rocket science as such there in this process. It's very, very simple that whatever you want, you press, you download it, and it comes then into your phone and then you use it. Similarly, if you like a quality, you want to be a regular in prayer, you want to be generous, the process is very easy that you have to build it in and bring it in yourself. How do you do that? It is by doing it again and again. Basically just repeating. Let's say if you want a smiley face on your face, it won't just come with knowledge. It's app store smiley face, there is. But until you don't install, it's not going to come. So if you want, then you start smiling every day. Most of the time with everyone, you're smiling. After 10, 20, 30 days, it will be installed in you. Now you don't have to smile intentionally. It's installed, and alhamdulillah, whoever meets you, they'll say, oh, a very smiley person. But you won't be even aware of that you are smiling. If you want to actually uninstall something bad has come upon you and you don't want, similarly, you resist it. Like I gave you the example of anger, pornography, cigarette smoking, drug, addictions, basically. There's no philosophy, big philosophy. How did you become addicted? If I have become addicted, basically how did I become? I got up and I saw a dream and I become addicted to something? Or I just got up one morning and I said, I'm addicted to cigarettes? No. I had a cigarette once and I became addicted to it? No. I took drugs once, twice, and I became addicted? No. I repeatedly did something, either it was cigarette or drugs, so many times, then I became addicted. Same process to get it out of the system. Resist it so many times that it will go out of the system. Person can do that. So, third weapon which Allah has given after second one, the tawbah, is the tazkiyah. Tazkiyah is repetition of good or resistance towards evil. That's tazkiyah. Tazkiyah is not knowledge. Oh, okay, you want to learn tazkiyah? Come, I will teach you from the book. From the book, tazkiyah cannot be done. Tazkiya's knowledge can be attained, but tazkiya is action, is repetition basically. It's you are repeating something. Whatever you want to be regular in 5 prayers, just repeat those 5 prayers actually of so many days, 40, 50, 60, 70, alhamdulillah, you will become a regular prayer. You want to do zikr regularly, do it actually. You don't want to do something, resist. Resist. It's not difficult at all. You think, oh, it's very difficult, you have to pressurize. No, you don't have to pressurize yourself. Simple, Allah has given you power to do that. You have the power to. So, 4 weapons Allah gave, make it easier. One is that if you make mistakes, no worries, do tawbah and istighfar and repent, and there you are. With clean slate, you're starting again. Simple as that. Second, something has come in you. Oh, I become stingy, I become angry, I have anger problem, I have drug problem. No worries. Use the process of tazkiyah, expel, throw it out. You like something good, qualities, you like good qualities from the seerah, from the awliya, or you see, we read about this person's biography, oh, what a wonderful, he was a very helpful person. Well, why you don't want to be helpful? Now you start helping so much and so many times, you will become helpful. Third weapon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave is the presence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala himself. That actually becoming, when you are aware and when that awareness increases, then you are passing the test and it's easy for you to actually resist anything bad and do anything good and not to be distracted. Allah is with me, hearing me. And 4th weapon which Allah gave is, He said, do not worry if you don't have so many good deeds. Anyway, don't rely on your good deeds. Rely upon my mercy and fadl. I will compensate everything. Just do whatever you can and rest rely upon my mercy. So, bas ye 4 cheezein. So, in summary, I again say, these days are very, very significant. Now you will understand. Now you will understand. अब आपको पता चलेगा कि ये जो 10 दिन आ रहे हैं ज़िल-हिज्जा के 10 दिन, ये क्यों इनकी फजीलत है? Because they are the summary of whole of the days of the earth. And the Prophet ﷺ said, they are the highest and the most virtuous days in whole of the life of a person, whole of the year. The 10 days of Dhul-Hijjah, which they start now after a few days. As Rasulullah ﷺ said, every day's fast is equal to 1 year fast. Every day, night of worship is equal to the worship of Laylatul Qadr. And especially the fast on the 9th day, he ﷺ mentioned, I hope from Allah, Allah will forgive the sins of the whole of past years and 1 year of the future, which is to come, the coming year as well. And Allah does not, Allah likes ibadah and worship, but when He likes, in which days He likes the most is these 10 days and nights. So this is like a mini Ramadan, like you may say even Ramadan has 1 Laylatul Qadr, this has 10. So from that point of view, many ulama have said that these 10 days are more virtuous than Ramadan, the days of Ramadan. तो इतने बाबरकत ये ज़िल-हिज्जा के 9-10 दिन हैं. तो इसमें असल तो मकसद ये है कि अपने ज़िंदगी का रुख दुरुस्त करना और अपने ज़िंदगी को दुरुस्त करना कि मैं भी उस मकसद पर आ जाऊं जिसके लिए अल्लाह पाक ने मुझे पैदा किया है. और रोज़ा ये चीज़ें तो ये तो मदद करती हैं. रोज़ा गुनाहों से बचने का नाम है, ये मदद करता है. इबादत जो है वो बंदे को अल्लाह का करीब करती है, रोज़ा गुनाहों से बचाता है. तो ये प्रैक्टिस हो ताकि साल में बंदा इस तरह ज़िंदगी गुजारे. तो देखें, हज के 2 फ़र्ज़ हैं, अरफ़ात और काबा का था. यही अरफ़ात मकसद ज़िंदगी बताता है. तवाफ़ उस मकसद को पूरा करने का तरीका, कि जिस तरह तवाफ़ काबा के इर्द गिर्द, इस तरह अल्लाह के हुक्म के इर्द गिर्द घूमना, यही मकसद है. एंड बस यही मकसद. तो ये सो द सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ Alhamdulillah, these 10 days are based on the significance of Arafah, and Arafah's significance is based upon the covenant which we have taken. All the arwah here when they came and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asked them, Alastu bi rabbikum, and that significance is based upon when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created and gave us amana, and its significance is based upon when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created us in the world of spirits for a purpose. So it all goes back actually to there, to Allah Jalla Wa'ala. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala firstly enable myself and yourself now to think, reflect. You have to install or uninstall or grab anything or throw out anything. Anything is possible. ये मैं आपको कह, कोई जितने बंदे बैठे हैं, कोई नहीं जो वली नहीं बन सकता, कोई नहीं जो शैतान भी नहीं बन सकता, ये भी आपके ऊपर है. लेकिन तरीका आपको सीखना पड़ेगा. You have to have the word. It's no use. मैं तो बचपन से हो, from very young age I had anger problem. मैं सारी जिंदगी यही लेके फिरता रहना. From the very young age I was fond of girl. तो बस इसी तरह मरना है. अच्छा ठीक है, हो गया, अब उसको ख़त्म करने का भी तरीका है. Or some of my friends put me on drugs. अच्छा, you don't have any friends who can put you on something good, तो उसको भी ढूंढो. There is the way to, there is a technique, meaning basically what I am saying is that anything is possible, any quality. You say, I like, for example, Rasulullah Sallam, modesty, the Prophet al-Islam, generosity, the Prophet al-Islam, this trait, you can install in yourself. You have that system. This is known as tazkiyah. कोई चीज़ भी ऐसी नहीं. नबी अलैहिस्सलाम आए इसलिए कि हमें, आपने फरमाया बुइस्तु, मुझे भेजा इसलिए उतम्मिम, कि अखलाक, अच्छी सिफ़ात जो है, अच्छे अखलाक को कमाल तक पहुँचाने, ताकि मैं उनको दिखा दूँ, लेकिन अब अंदर तो हमने खुद लेके आना है. तो इस प्रोसेस को कहते हैं तज़किया. तज़किया सिर्फ ज़िक्र को नहीं कहते, तज़किया सिर्फ सफाई को नहीं कहते. वो सफाई इस तरह होती है कि कोई चीज़ बार बार जो है वो की जाती है. तो कोई चीज़ भी आप, कोई बुरी आदत है बिल्कुल ख़त्म हो सकती है. अच्छी आदत है, दिल है, आपको अच्छी लगती है, वो आपके अंदर आ सकती है. आपको अल्लाह ने इंसान बनाया है, इतना शर्फ बख्शा है. आप कोई मामूली चीज़ नहीं है. यू आर नॉट नॉर्मल थिंग, you are abnormal, you are super creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which Allah azza wa jal, even angels bow down to our father Sayyidina Adam alayhi salam. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is amongst us, meaning actually the human being, that he is the crown and jewel of creation. Anyway, so isliye don't underestimate yourself, but don't actually then abuse yourself that you lose and you go lowest of low than animals and to company shayateen, because you have this potential as well. Jazakumullah khairan. Subhanakallahumma bihamdik. Nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.
So now inshallah, as we have heard from the blessed teacher, that we know the significance of these 10 days of Dhul-Hijjah, and really the personal significance that we came down from the world of spirits to the mount, not to the plain of Arafat, and then we did tawaf around the Kaaba. But how do we practically bring this into our life now? There is a method, there is a way, there is a Tareeqah that's taught, in which we can literally adopt the good habits, and literally we can refrain from the bad habits. It's a very simple, very step by step, very, very methodical. And those who want to learn about this, really everyone should learn about this. Like the teacher mentioned, we all have this potential. Now let's use this potential. So even if a person has 10 minutes, we'll do our best to try to convey in 10 minutes. If a person has an hour, it's even better. However long the person has, we'll try to convey whatever we can convey. And then inshallah we can get ourselves on the way to adopting these good habits and being known as good people, not only in this life but in the hereafter. So inshallah, now what happens is, when we are on this journey, or when we're on this sort of mission to adopt good habits, we always, or sometimes we might fall short. Sometimes we may need that point in the right direction. And for this we offer this service here also. What is the service? This service is of contacting your mentor. Those who don't have a mentor, again, come and approach us. If you have a bad habit, or if you want to adopt a good habit, we can inshallah we can get you to speak to people who have been in this field for 10 to 15 years plus even. So this for those who want to capitalize on this opportunity, please approach myself, and I will take your name, and we can get you to speak to one of our mentors, and the Ustad, and inshallah we can get you on your journey to really unlock these shackles of these bad habits, or really adopt these good habits. Also, for those who want to put their names down for any healing related matters, also come and approach myself. Why? Because these sometimes can really weigh us down. There can really be a blockage, there can really be a way in which we are not achieving the purpose of our life. So it's for this reason and this reason only that we offer this service, that we can inshallah really remove any obstacles in the way taught by the Prophet ﷺ. Also, there is a Jamaat going out today to Bristol, but for those people who want to travel on the Jamaats and really convey this message, well, these are life-changing teachings. Imagine if we could have this impact on someone's life, that they free themselves from their mind and their own limitations, and the limitations that Shaitan and Dunya have put in, and they can free themselves from this. They become like a bird. They're free to roam around in the presence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So for those who want to put their names down for this, for any national Jamaats, please approach Brother Frasit. There'll be one inshallah taking place next month at the end of the month for the weekend. And for those who want to put their names down for any international Jamaats, please speak to Brother Javed, inshallah. So now inshallah we will we will carry on with the rest of the majlis. If everyone can stand up and if freshen yourselves up. If everyone can come forward as well, please, but still stay in this nice neat semicircle. Even those at the back, please can you come forward? The brother on this side, please can you come forward? Now, if everyone could be seated, please, and also come forward. Please be reminded that we are now going to enter these majlis of zikr, meaning that now let's really come in the presence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and remove any distractions. If the distraction is that you are speaking to your friend that's next to you, please stop this. And if the distraction is the phone, please turn the phone off. Now come into the presence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is with me, watching me and hearing me, and wait in this now inshallah. Jazakallah khairan.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض ولا يؤوده حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا. مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا. مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم. محمد سيد القونين والثقلين والفريقين من عرب ومن عجم. محمد سيد القونين والثقلين والفريقين من عرب ومن عجم. محمد سيد القونين والثقلين والفريقين من عرب ومن عجم. مولاي صل وسلم محمد سيد القونين والثقلين والفريقين من عرب ومن عجم فاعلم أنه لا إله إلا الله 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 محمد رسول الله
واشكروا لي ولا تكفرون. الله خالق كل شيء، الله خالق كل شيء، الله
خالق كل شيء،
الله يرزق من يشاء وهو القوي العزيز. سبحان الله والحمد لله ولا إله إلا الله والله أكبر سبحان الله والحمد لله ولا إله إلا الله والله أكبر سبحان الله والحمد لله ولا إله إلا الله ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله والله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله والله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله والله أكبر الله أكبر ولله الحمد لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إني كنت من الظالمين لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إني كنت من الظالمين لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إني كنت من الظالمين لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إني كنت من الظالمين إني كنت من الظالمين حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل نعم المولى ونعم النصير 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 نعم المولى ونعم حسبي الله لا إله إلا هو حسبي الله لا إله إلا هو حسبي الله لا إله إلا هو حسبي الله لا أستغفر الله صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه. اللهم ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. اللهم أكرمنا بالتقوى وجملنا بالحلم وزينا بالعلم. اللهم إنا نستعينك على طاعتك ونعوذ بك من معصيتك. Ya Rabbal Alameen, by your fadl and grace, accept this majlis of zikr, majlis of gathering of knowledge, and whatever good deeds which we have done in our entire lives, accept by your fadl and grace. Ya Arhamar Rahimeen, we are sinful servants, we forget knowingly, unknowingly, we do many wrong things. We ask forgiveness from all whatever we know and whatever is in your knowledge, and in future as well any mistakes will happen to us and will happen from us. Ya Arhamar Rahimeen, we ask forgiveness from you. Ya Rabbal Alameen, Ya Arhamar Rahimeen, grant us the goodness of this world, the goodness of the hereafter. Ya Arhamar Rahimeen, you have created us for a purpose. Enable us to realize that purpose, and then enable us to fulfill that purpose to the best of our abilities. Ya Rabbal Alameen, Ya Ilah Al-Alameen, all the most powerful, all the most merciful, remove all the obstacles which are between you and your closeness, Ya Arhamar Rahimeen. Ya Arhamar Rahimeen, enable us to live by Islam, die with Iman, resurrected with the pious and righteous. Fulfill any desire, lawful desire and need which anyone has, which is good for them. Ya Arhamar Rahimeen, fulfill by your fadl. Anyone who have come with any illness, any problem, any difficulty, guidance to their hearts and minds as well. Ya Arhamar Rahimeen, bless all the Muslims who are living and all the Muslims who passed away with Iman and who are yet to come. Especially forgive us, our parents and our teachers and our relatives and all the Muslims of the entire face of the earth. Grant the light of Iman and peace to all non-Muslims as well. The grant Noor Iman to them, and for the sinners grant them Noor Tawbah and Noor Taqwa, Ya Arhamar Rahimeen. Enable us to relieve anyone who is in distress, especially all around the world, in this country or countries around, from east to west, from north to south, especially currently in Afghanistan. Those people are going through crisis. Ya Arhamar Rahimeen, enable us to also help and assist them to best of our abilities. The people of Kashmir, the people of Yemen, the people of Palestine, the people of Ukraine, wherever humanity is suffering, Ya Arhamar Rahimeen, enable us to help them, and whoever is oppressing and doing wrong and is unjust, guide them toward the right path and help the oppressor, Ya Rabbal Alameen. Ya Arhamar Rahimeen, by your fadl and grace, and also those people affected in floods in many countries, especially Bangladesh, also help them to rebuild their lives and houses and families. Those who are of us here living peacefully, enable us to share whatever we have with others. Ya Arhamar Rahimeen, by your fadl and grace, accept our du'as. अपने फضल व करम व एहसान से हम पर रहम फरमा, फضल फरमा, एहसान फरमा, हमारे गुनाहों को, ख़ताओं को माफ़ फरमा, नेकियों को कबूल फरमा, परेशानियों को दूर फरमा, कर्ज़ और मर्ज़ से नजात नसीब फरमा, बुरी आदतों, गुस्से और नशे और इस तरह की गाली गलोच और दूसरे से बुग़्ज़ व हसद से या रब्बल आलमीन पाक फरमा, शैतान और नफ्स के शर से हमें महफूज फरमा, जादू टोने सहर और बुरी नज़र से या रब्बल आलमीन हमें महफूज फरमा। या अरहमर राहिमीन, सब पर रहम फरमा, जो मुसलमान ज़िंदा हैं उन पर भी, जो ईमान सी की हालत में दुनिया से चले गए उन सब की मग़फ़रत फरमा, हमारे मशाइख़ के दर्जात बुलंद फरमा, जो आने वाले हैं मुसलमान उनकी भी मग़फ़रत फरमा, सारी इंसानियत को हदायत अता फरमा, जिनके पास ईमान नहीं उनको ईमान नसीब फरमा, जिनके पास तक़वा नहीं उनको तक़वा नसीब फरमा, सब की औलादों को माँ बाप की आंखों की ठंडक बना, ख़ास तौर पर जिस बच्ची का अक़ीक़ा है और भी जिनकी औलाद है सबको बाइस बरकत और रहमत बना और बाइस नेमत और उल्फ़त बना। और या अरहमर राहिमीन, हर मियाँ बीवी के दरमियान में भी इत्तेहाद इत्तफ़ाक़ उल्फ़त पैदा फरमा। जो वालिदैन ने दुआ की दरख्वास्त की है बच्चों के रिश्तों के लिए, अल्लाह उनके लिए मुनासिब रिश्ते मुहैया फरमा। जिनके हो चुके हैं या रब उनको तोड़ नभाने की तौफ़ीक़ अता फरमा, एक दूसरे को सुकून और मोहब्बत और इज़्ज़त देने की तौफ़ीक़ अता फरमा। یا اللہ ظالموں کے ظلم سے محفوظ فرما، مظلوموں کی مدد، افغانستان و کشمیر و یمن اور جہاں جہاں لوگ پریشان ہیں ان کی مدد فرما، ہر ملک کو اچھے حکمران نصیب فرما، مسلمان ملکوں کو یا رب العالمین قوی عسکری طور پر ان کو محفوظ فرما یا ارحم الراحمین، ہر جائز حاجت ہر ایک کی دلی مراد پوری فرما، جن کی اولاد بے راہ رو ہو چکی ہے ان کو ہدایت نصیب فرما، جو گھر سے کسی وجہ سے جا چکے ہیں ان کو واپس لوٹا، بچھڑو ہوں کو ملا، روٹے ہوئے کو منا، اور یا ارحم الراحمین ہمیں ایک دوسرے سے نرمی اور اخلاق اور معافی درگزر والا معاملہ کرنے کی توفیق عطا فرما۔ یہ جو دن آ رہے ہیں ان تک ہمیں نہیں پتہ ہماری زندگی بھی ہے یا رب العالمین، ہمیں ان دنوں تک زندگی مبارک دنوں کا زندگی نصیب فرما اور ان دنوں سے بھرپور فائدہ اٹھانے کی توفیق عطا فرما یا ارحم الراحمین یا ارحم الراحمین۔ وصلی اللہ علی النبی الامی وعلی آلہ وصحبہ وسلم تسلیما، آمین برحمتہ اللہ۔
I know I'm waiting for something to happen to me. But this waiting comes with trials and challenges. Nothing in life is free. My Lord, show me right from wrong. Give me light, make me strong. I know the road is long. Make me strong. Sometimes it just gets too. لاکھوں درود اور لاکھوں سلام، لاکھوں درود۔
اللہ اکبر اللہ اکبر اللہ اکبر اللہ اکبر۔ اشہد ان لا الہ